But first, we'll take a look at a new documentary exploring how survivors deal with the emotional aftermath of a tragedy.
Survivors of tragedies like the World Trade Center bombings may deal with a lifetime of psychological effects, having witnessed unimaginable things. Tonight, a new documentary premieres in Austin that explores the psychological impact of those who have suffered and of those whose job it is to help them. Dr. Pamela Ryan is the founder of Psychs Without Borders and joins us this morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
We so appreciate you being here. So this was kind of your brainchild.
Yes.
And you are from Australia, but you've lived here in Austin for 20 years, and you decided that there wasn't enough dialogue about what some of these people are going through.
We knew that a lot of work had been done in different parts of the world about how to manage fear and terror, and we wanted to bring the experts together to look at how we could create an international dialogue and work out what was best practice on managing fear and terror. So we did bring them together in Austin about 2 years ago.
So tell me about the film itself. I think we have some clips from it, but basically it's something that would interest or be educational to people like me,
yes.
But it's also a sort of training film for experts and professionals.
It is both. It is a film that interviews people who have been directly involved in a terror attack, as well as the voices of those people who helped them. So some of the experts from around the world were interviewed to talk about what the best practices were in helping those people who had been directly involved.
What are some areas that are not being addressed? I can't imagine people going through these types of things. You talk about terror attacks in Israel and Bali, you know, the nightclub bombing there. What are some things that are being missed or some ongoing problems that these people have?
When we first started this work, most of the government responses in any Western country have focused on the physical aspects of terror and the physical responses to terror. So most organisations focus on physical preparedness. And we knew, based on some of the research that had already been done, particularly in the Middle East, that the psychological responses can be devastating and can last for decades. And so we wanted to address those issues and look at who had learned the most and get the experts to talk to each other to build a menu of strategies on how to manage the fear and terror in a way that could help people anywhere, regardless of race, politics or religion, manage the fear and terror that they experience.
Because unfortunately this new normal, we're all at heightened alert when it comes to terror, and I guess probably most of us feel like we could be more victimized, and the odds are fairly low that that's going to happen, but the nation has been in a state of fear for a long time.
Yes, well, the likelihood of any one of us being involved in a terror attack directly is very, very minimal, much less than being in a car accident or dying of heart disease. But terrorism is designed to be psychological in its impact. It's designed to scare the whole population. And so all of us can learn something about how we can manage the anxiety that is provoked by the national dialogue of fear and by increased alerts when those occur.
Well, thanks for bringing forth this discussion, and I'm sure this will be shown in a lot of different venues in many different countries. Thanks for getting it together.
Great, thank you.
Appreciate it. Pamela Ryan. And you can see a free screening of Beyond Fear, Finding Hope in the Horror tonight at the Paramount at 7 p.m. Jason.